War and Peace. Hey guys, welcome to our second ever Malifaux battle report. Outcasts vs Neverborn, 40 soulstones. Our strategy for this game is Turf War. Our scheme pool has A Line in the Sand, Power Ritual, Vendetta, Assassinate, and Frame for Murder. On the Outcast side, we have Tara with Obliteration Symbiote, Knowledge of Eternity, and Dead of Winter. Hannah with Oathkeeper, the Nothing Beast with Void Shield, 1 Death Marshal, and 2 Void Wretches. On the Neverborn side, we have the Dreamer with Restless Dreams, Otherworldly, and Tantrum. Lord Chompy Bits, Coppelius, Teddy with On Dreaming Wings, and 3 Alps. Turn 1. And here is our battlefield for this game. So, in terms of height, all hills are height 2, walls are height 1, trees are height 5 with any forest features being dense, the ruins in the centre are height 1, height 2 and height 3 depending on positioning, and all buildings are going to be height 3. The Dreamer deploys his crew with him in the centre, Teddy to the left, Coppelius to the right, and 3 elves behind. So I deploy 1 Void Wretch on my right. On the left I have 1 Void Wretch, Tara, Death Marshal, Nothing Beast, and then finally Hannah in the forest. For initiative, I flip a 13, do an 8, and I go first. Tara activates and moves forward towards the ruins. Coppelius activates and moves towards the flank. I activate the Death Marshal and attempt to bury the Nothing Beast. I succeed and put him in the pine box. With his remaining action point, he walks up the board. Teddy activates and then double walks up the board. I activate my Void Wretch and move him just behind the ruins. The Dreamer activates and then attempts to summon a Daydream. He succeeds and places the Daydream in base contact. With his second AP, he attempts to cast it again, however he fails. He then cheats higher to succeed. With his third AP, he attempts to cast it again and fails. He once again cheats higher and succeeds. Hannah activates and moves beside the Void Wretch. A Daydream activates and attempts to push Teddy and succeeds, pushing him 4 inches forward. I activate my Void Wretch and attack Hannah. I flip an ace, cheat another ace for the suit. Hannah relents and then takes weak damage. She is then buried and the Void Wretch drops a ski marker. A Daydream then activates and attempts to push another Daydream forward. He succeeds and moves it 4 inches. Tara reactivates and double walks up the board behind a wall. She attempts to unbury the Nothing Beast and fails. A Daydream activates and attempts to push Teddy. He fails, however cheats in higher to get it off, once again pushing Teddy up the board. With nothing but Alps to activate, he activates all 3 and then moves them up the board. At the end of turn 1, the score is Tara 0, the Dreamer 0. Turn 2. Remembering I get a positive flip to initiative, I flip a 12, and I go first. I activate Tara and she walks for 1 action. She attempts to unbury the Nothing Beast and fails to get the correct suit. I cheat in the required crow and unbury him in base contact. With my final action, I attempt to make Teddy slow. I flip a 5 to his 4, forcing him to cheat in a 13. I cheat an 11 and the spell goes off. He takes a willpower duel to see if he's buried and fails. However, he cheats and passes. The Nothing Beast activates and charges Teddy. I flip a 10 to a 3, which he cheats to a 13, which I win by cheating a 12, and with a double negative flip, I get weak damage. He once again fails his willpower duel, however he cheats and is not buried. My second attack flips an 8 to a 4, which he cheats to a 6. With a negative flip for damage, I flip a red joker, dealing severe plus weak damage, killing Teddy. The Dreamer activates and double walks forward. He attempts to summon. He succeeds, getting Waking 4 and summons Lord Chompy Bits. I activate my Void Wretch, who uses 1 action to move and another action to place a ski marker. Lord Trionibus activates and attacks the Nothing Beast. He flips a 12 to my 2, which I cheat to a 13, and with a double negative flip, he gets weak damage. Due to the Nothing Beast's voided condition, he attacks back immediately, and I deal moderate damage. Lord Trionibus attacks again, flipping a 1 to my 1, which I cheat to a 10, and the attack misses. I activate my Void Wretch, who double walks forward behind the building. Coppelius drops a ski marker, then walks towards his main crew. My Death Marshal activates and double walks forward. The Daydream activates, moves up and attempts to push Lord Chompybits. He succeeds and moves him away from the Nothing Beast. Tara activates and double walks forward. I spend a stone in an attempt to unbury Hannah. I succeed and place her in base contact. Hannah activates and charges the Alps. Her first attack flips an ace to his 11 and misses. Her second try gets an 8 to a 10, dealing weak damage. Having popped Oathkeeper, my third attack flips a 10, dealing moderate damage, killing one and wounding the other. His Alp attacks back, flipping an ace to my 9, and the attack misses. His second Alp walks up and attacks, and misses. The Daydream activates and moves forward. He attempts to push Lord Chompybits and succeeds, moving him down the hill. The last Daydream attempts to push Lord Chompybits again and fails. At the end of the turn, I've scored 3 points for Vendetta and 1 point for Turf War. The Dreamer has scored nothing. Turn 3. For Initiative, I flip an 11 to my opponent's 1 and I go first. Tara activates and moves back slightly. Using Temporal Shift, Tara hands out fast to the Nothing Beast, Hannah, and one Daydream. She then fires her pistol at the Daydream. She flips a 12 to a 4, dealing moderate damage and killing the Daydream. An Alp activates and moves to the side of Hannah and attacks, and deals weak damage. I activate the Nothing Beast and charge into Lord Chompybits. My first attack flips an 8 to a 13, however I cheat a 10 and hit. I inflict weak damage and kill one Daydream. My second attack flips a 12 to a 3, and I inflict severe damage, killing a Daydream. I then attack Lord Chompybits, flipping a 3 to a 7. I then cheat a 6, but he cheats higher and the attack misses. My fourth attack flips a 3 to his 9. Lord Chompybits moves towards Nothing Beast and attacks. He flips a 2 to my 4. He then cheats a 12, which I then match, causing weak damage. His second attack flips a 4 to my 3, which I cheat to an 11, causing the attack to miss. He then sacrifices Lord Chompybits. Hannah activates and starts attacking the Alps. She flips an ace to his 3, which he cheats to an 8, causing the attack to miss. Her second attack flips a Black Joker and misses. Her third attack flips a 4 and misses. The Dreamer activates and attempts to push the Alp. He flips a 2, then flips a 12 to get the trigger, attempting to push the Alp away from the Nothing Beast. He then attempts to shoot the Nothing Beast. He flips a 13 to my ace, doing severe damage and granting slow. He then attempts to fire at Tara. He flips a 4 to my 7, and the shot misses. He then attempts to summon one Daydream and succeeds. Finally, he attempts to summon an Alp, flips a Red Joker and succeeds. A Void Witch activates and moves up the board, placing a ski marker. Coppelius charges Hannah and attacks. He flips a 9 to my 8, but he Black Jokers for damage. His second attack flips a 12 to my 12, inflicting moderate damage. My Death Marshal activates and sprints up the board. An Alp attacks Hannah. He flips a 3 to my 2, dealing weak damage. His second attack flips an ace to my 13 and misses. I activate my Void Wretch and move behind the wall. A Daydream attempts to push the Alp, succeeding in moving it 4 inches. Tara activates and charges Coppelius. Her first attack targets Hannah and she flips a red joker. Hannah tries to defend slightly but flips a 4. I inflict severe damage and kill Hannah. The reason I did this was I suspected Hannah was the vendor a target. My initial hope was to inflict weak damage so I could stone, reduce the damage and then bury her. I assumed Hannah could not reduce the 1 damage taken if Tara attempted to bury from a range. I flip a 6 to his 13 and miss. At the end of turn 3, Tara gains 1 point for turf war and the Dreamer gains no points. Turn 4. I flip a 2 for initiative to my opponent's 3. I stone for a reflip and get an 11. I activate Tara and charge Coppelius. My first attack flips a 2 to his 10, then I cheat in a 12, dealing weak damage. My next attack flips a 9 to a 6, which he cheats to a 12, which I also cheat a 12, inflicting moderate damage. With my final attack I flip a 5 to his ace, which he cheats to a 10 and the attack misses. Coppelius activates and attacks Tara, inflicting weak damage. His second attack flips a 6 to my red joker and misses. He then devours an eyeball and heals for severe damage. I activate my Death Marshal and charge Coppelius. My first attack flips an 11 to his 4. He cheats and the attack misses. My second attack flips a 7 to a 2. He cheats higher and the attack misses. An Alp attacks Tara, flipping a 12. I flip a 13 and the attack misses. His second attack flips an 11 to my 10, dealing weak damage. I activate my Void Wretch and move him towards the center field. His second Alp attacks Tara. He flips an ace to my 4 and the attack misses. His second attack flips a 4 to my ace, which I cheat to a 9 and the attack misses. My Void Wretch does nothing. The Dreamer activates and attempts to summon. He succeeds and places it in base contact. He succeeds a second time, placing another in base contact. He then walks down the hill, uses his 4 waking points and summons Lord Chompy Bits for a second time. The Nothing Beast activates and charges Lord Chompy Bits. I flip a 6 to his 2, which he cheats to a 3, and I deal moderate damage. My second attack flips a 6 and deals moderate damage again, killing Lord Chompy Bits. The Nothing Beast then swings at Coppelius. I flip a black joker and miss. A Daydream attempts to push the L. He succeeds and pushes it towards the Nothing Beast. The Daydream then moves forward. Tara activates and attacks Coppelius. I flip a 10 to his 13 and miss. My second attack flips a 4 to a 13 and misses. The Elf activates and attacks Tara and deals severe damage. I spend a Soul Stone and prevent 2. A Daydream activates and attempts to push a Daydream. He succeeds and pushes it down the hill. He tries to push another Daydream and fails. At the end of turn 4, I score another point for Turf War, and the Dreamer scores nothing. After tallying up the scores for this turn, it became clear that even if the Dreamer scored maximum points this turn, he could not win, so he concedes. Final scores are Tara 9, the Dreamer 5. Outcast victory. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this report, please leave a like and comment. We've got loads of reports in the works, so if you want to keep up to date with that, then please subscribe. I do my own reports on my own channel, so check that out, and the links will be in the description below.